Welcome back to the channel. I'm not gonna waste or take up too much of your time, kind of like in church. I ain't gonna hold you too long, and plus I'm a firm believer in your review / commentary should not be longer than the actual show. At least, I mean, I don't know, that's just what I go by. That's the type of videos I like to watch. I feel like if a show is 30 minutes, the review shouldn't be an hour. So let's get straight into it. This is 20s season 2 episode 3, okay? And man, we got a few things to unpack, all right? A few things to unpack with each main character's situation. So the episode starts off with Marie and her husband Chuck, which I just caught this episode that his name was Chuck, but that's I don't know. But anyway, we start off with Marie and her husband Chuck. They're getting ready, talking more about the wedding and everything like that, right? So she gets a FaceTime call from her mother. She's, apparently she's out of the blue getting married and so on and so forth, okay? Just a reminder, here on this channel, I don't really do like traditional reviews. I just give commentary, right? So it's mainly just commentary, my thoughts about the episode and things that I feel I want to speak about and give my opinion on. So while Marie and Chuck are going over more wedding details and everything in preparation for the party or the event that they're doing or whatever, I feel like this scene is just playing more into what I said on my previous review. Like they seem just more so more concerned about having the picture perfect marriage / relationship than actually being in tune with each other and really being honest about what they want or who they want, rather, when we get more into Chuck later on. I feel like the both of them are just in this space of pleasing their parents. You know what I mean? Pleasing their parents, pleasing everyone else except themselves to uphold all of this perfection that they're supposed to have or depict, right? And it just adds all this unnecessary pressure. And I'm sure many of us can like relate to that, because like in some cases, in a few cases I can, but it's like at the same time, I've never really been a person that's so caught up in, I don't know, in the depicted image of me, like trying to hold up this, I don't know, this image of me of what other people think that I should be. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm freer than most. I don't think I'm like totally, you know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, I definitely can relate to having the pressure of like having to be like the perfect, break the generational curses and things like that. Like sometimes that shit can like definitely become overwhelming. But I feel like the two of them are so like consumed in that they're not actually paying attention to like who they are and what they truly want, or even have given themselves time to explore that for real. Hattie's working for the fake UPS. She's working for the fake UPS, and she has, getting trained on her first route or whatever to learn the ins and outs of, I don't know, the world of delivering packages, So, while on her route and getting trained or whatever, she gets a call from Ida, and, they talk or whatever about meeting up later on tonight. And the driver, which I have to go back and get his name because he used to have a cartoon like back in the day, and I was happy to see him. Glad to know that he's still alive and still working, because I don't know, when I saw him it just like made me think back. Like I remember that cartoon I used to watch. I think it was like, his name was like Tommy or some shit, like Tom or some shit. The cartoon, I don't know about his real name, but I have to go back and look. I don't know. But anywho, she gets a call from Ida, and they talk about meeting up later on tonight. And her trainer notices that like she didn't call, her companion by her name or anything. It was just a weird moment when she was like, okay, bye you. And Hattie tells him like, I don't know, it feels weird calling about her first name, and we don't really use nicknames as of yet or whatever. and he makes a comment like, sounds like a hot ass mess to me. And I couldn't agree more, because like I said on the first review, I don't know where Hattie thinks this is going, but it ain't going too far. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think she just need to kind of get a grip of reality. I mean, I'm sure it's cool, you know what I'm saying, like playing house, you know, it's cool. We all, you know, especially in your 20s, like, we're guilty of it, you know, but at the same time, it's like, yo, you gotta get your goddamn head out your ass and in the game a bit, because, you know, look around. This shit ain't, I don't know what we're doing, you know, I don't know what we're doing. But he points that out to her, and he makes a comment like, it just sounds like a hot ass mess to me. And she has a moment where she ponders on that comment to herself, like, damn, like, what are we doing? So I don't know, maybe we're, you know what I'm saying, kind of getting into her, like, thinking a bit further about this thing, you know. But yeah, I don't know if she had a moment or starting to have a moment, but I know that comment definitely made her sit for a second, sit in that and sit with that and like ponder on that for a second, like, what are we doing? Where are we going? You know. But yeah, I don't think it's too far though. I don't think it's too far, because like I said, Ida has her issues and Hattie clearly has hers. But for now, I guess it's just, you know, do what we all do. It's just fun to enjoy the ride, I guess, until we bump our head enough and learn the lesson. But right now, shit, fuck it. It is what it is, I guess. You know what I'm saying? We just kicking it. We finally get to the event, to Marie's and Chuck's engagement party. I'm guessing this is the engagement party. I don't know. I thought they already had the engagement party, but I don't know. Anyway, whatever this is, the event to celebrate them and their love and wedding. We finally get there. Hattie arrives with Nia, and they're looking around, admiring the place and seeing how rich Chuck's parents are. And yeah, Nia makes a comment about, oh my God, you know, Marie is having the wedding of my dreams. Not the wedding of her dreams, but the wedding of my dreams, as in Nia's dreams. And like I said, all of this just plays furthermore into the whole thing of, you know, people pleasing, you know, just playing the part, playing the role of the perfect girl and the perfect guy, and they have a perfect relationship and everything is fucking rainbows and sunsets, right? Which that's never the truth. That's never the truth, when everything seems to be perfectly aligned, right? You have to, hey, check behind the curtain veil. So Rick Fox's character comes up to Marie and tells her, like, he's, you know, looking over at his wife, and he says, you know, she still gives me butterflies. And it was just kind of peculiar to me that he would make a statement like that to Marie, because he walks up to her and says, like, if you ever have a moment where my son doesn't give you butterflies, you have my permission to leave him and to walk away. And that was a bit alarming, right? Because I'm like, who would say something like that at an event like this that's supposed to be celebrating you all's marriage? And it makes me feel like he knows that it's not real. Like, the passion between the two are not there. And just like, I feel like with most LGBT, you know, children or people, like, their parents know. You know, a lot of times, you know, what I commonly hear is like, when people do come out the closet, like, their parents already know. Like, a lot of times I hear like, well, when I told my mom or when I told my dad, they just told me, like, they were waiting on me to say it. And I feel like his dad made that comment because I'm sure that they know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that they know. I'm sure Marie knows. I feel like Marie knows. It's just the thing of, well, let's look over that and still depict this, right? Let's look over the truth and keep depicting this lie. And when he says that to her, like, she even have a moment to herself where she knows, like, I don't know if this nigga ever gave me butterflies. And vice versa, you know what I'm saying? I think it just seemed like the right image. But, like, I don't think, I mean, looking at them and how they even mingle with each other, like, even at the party, like, they weren't even mingling. Like, you wouldn't even know that this event was for them had it not been for that big ass fake ass picture that they got blowed up in the background. Like, and she's looking at that shit like that's a fucking lie. Like, the picture, just the perfect picture, right? All right, but it literally represents a lie. So after his dad says that to her and walks away, like, she looks at the picture knowing, like, you know, I don't, you know, the passion is not there. Like, they don't even flirt. Like, they don't even do anything. And speaking of flirting, like, her boss obviously ain't scared to shoot his shot, because we're here to congratulate her on soon to be married, and he's still shooting shots at her at the damn event. So I'm like, he clearly don't give a fuck, and she don't either, because I feel like Marie knows what she wants. You know what I mean? Like, she knows what she wants to explore. All right, and just the same thing with Chuck. Maybe she felt like, or she does feel like, she just never had the freedom to do that. Her, because of her trying to, like I said, like, break all the generational curses that her mom did, her trying to, you know, better that situation or not repeat that situation, and him trying to hold up the perfect black son, you know what I mean, the picture perfect golden child type shit. And it's just a lot of pressure on both ends. So in the same sense, I feel like the two of them are actually the same person, you know. And it's like, I mean, whatever it's gonna take for them to break past that is what I'm looking forward to seeing. And I hope we get that sooner in the season than later, because I hate when they save, like, the cliffhanger that we've been building up towards. They say that for the very last episode, and then we have to wait another year, like, to see what happens next. I hate that. So I hope that the team, the writers, do not do that. Like, get that to us like episode 5. Like, get that to us episode 5. What is gonna be the thing to make, you know, what is gonna be the last straw to break the camel's back between Marie and her husband Chuck? Because I'm thinking that it's gonna happen, like, at the wedding, or like the day of the wedding, because that's what this shit is leading up to. So I'm thinking, like, the day of the wedding, like, he's gonna finally come out, and she's gonna cheat, or he's gonna finally come out. Either or. But this shit cannot, like, it's just, you know, the pressure is building up. You know what I'm saying? The closer we get to the wedding date, the more and more pressure is building up between the two of them, of noticing, like, yo, this ain't what I want. Oh, so Nia is having a moment at the party as well. Chance, I believe his name is Chance, which is Chuck's friend from school, from college, his fling actually that he had in college. He's flirting with her, like, super hard when he recognizes her from the gift that has been circulating and going viral, you know what I mean? So they get together and they kiki a bit and things like that. And Chance asks Chuck, Chance asks Chuck to take a picture of him and Nia, you know, so he could post it or whatever. And Chuck makes the most jealous facial expression that I'm like, I immediately caught it, like, what the hell is going on here? Because he don't give a damn about what Marie doing, and how many times Marie's boss comes up to her flirting and shit. And, like, he's nowhere to be found. That's what I'm saying. Even at the party, like, they don't even mingle or, like, flirt or nothing. Like I said, you wouldn't even know that this was celebrating them if it wasn't for the big ass picture in the back, you know, the lie of a picture. But he makes this face where it's like, you know, he's super, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's jealous, clearly. So that was alarming, of course. And I'm like, oh, I already know where this is going. I already knew, like, he must have been a past lover. You know what I'm saying? That Marie obviously wasn't aware of or doesn't know about. You know, so, and we get into that because after the event ends, Chuck and Chance have a moment at the pool where they're talking about, you know, things of the past and how they never got to explore what it would have been like for them to have a relationship, a romantic relationship or whatever. And Chuck tells Chance, like, you know, sometimes I get jealous of you because you're so free and I wish I can be that free. And Chance tells him, like, you can be free. We don't have to use labels or whatever. And it's kind of sad though, because Chuck is like, yes I do. And you could just tell, like, he's so he wants to explore that freedom and really explore who he is and his emotions. Like he told Chance, like, I don't even know if I like guys because I didn't get a chance to explore it. Like, you were the first guy I ever kissed, so I don't even know if I'm gay. I don't even know, because I've been so, you know, he's been so sheltered and terrified of even exploring it, with having to hold up being the perfect black son, the perfect child, you know what I'm saying? And like, and being straight and what that means to people, you know what I mean? Like, to your parents, especially like in the community, like, you know, it could be scary, it's challenging. And, you know, so to see him finally say these things and finally reveal this and say this out of his mouth, like, I feel like to me as a viewer, like, it really was like, finally, you know what I mean? Like a breath of fresh air. Like, here we go. Like, now we can start the process of staring yourself in the mirror and really asking yourself, what do you want? You know, I feel like that was the first step for him, of having that conversation out loud with someone, and to himself, most importantly, hearing himself say that out loud. Because even when Chance asked, or what he said, like, does Marie know you gay? And he like jerked back, like, I'm not gay. You know what I mean? It's like, you have to acknowledge what's there. You know, you can't go about life bottling up what is clearly there. No matter how much you try to ignore it, it's still gonna be there. You can't escape it because it's in you. You know, shit ain't on you, it's in you. You know, you are who you are, and you should be free to express that, you know what I mean? And so it was kind of a sad moment, actually, for me to hear Chuck, like, say these. It was a relief and kind of sad just to hear him say, like, you know, basically, I can't even explore who I am, you know, because it's a process of, as you grow and, you know, life changes, it's a process of getting to know yourself. And we all should have that freedom to, like, do that, you know, with no judgment. But at the same time, it's like, you're gonna get judgment. And that's why, and I feel like that's why he said that line. That's when he was like, you don't have to use label. He was like, yes, I do. More so like, yes, I do, because society, you know what I'm saying? I have to check some box, because without a box, I'm unorthodox. And I'm scared to be unorthodox, so I have to check a box, you know? And yeah, he just have to, like, break that fourth wall down and have the courage to feel what he feels, you know what I mean? Because that's the only way you're truly going to tap into who you are, is giving yourself the courage and the freedom to feel what is naturally and genuinely there. Otherwise, like, what is life without any passion? You know what I mean? Like, what is life without any passion? What was so shattering about that scene is it, like, the moment where Chuck and Chance share a passionate kiss, you know, the camera zooms out and it shows the big ass, you know, picture of a lot in the background with him and Marie. You know what I'm saying? Him and Marie posted, I think, you know, their picture of them kissing in the background. Then he's like passionately kissing Chance in the background. And it's that scene, that image, that shot with the camera just clearly captures what is the dilemma. You know what I mean? Like it did that perfectly. So yeah, I always like to pay attention to the camera angles and the songs that's played during whatever scene to furthermore open up the story and have us to look deeper than the surface, right? So I think that whole scene was like done perfectly, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that scene in many ways, whether you're straight or gay, because it wasn't just talking about sexuality. Like, even if you're not struggling with your sexual identity, there's still some things to grasp with just trying to be like the perfect child sometimes, or I don't know, the perfect image or being, you know what I'm saying, no matter what your battle is or may be. So that was, again, a relief to hear him finally say that, and again, a bit kind of sad, but more so a relief, because it's like, okay, the fourth wall with him is starting to come down, and he's revealing more of himself to himself. So I'm glad that happened, right? So from there, the episode ends with, you know, Chuck comes home, and that's another thing. Like, did they arrive? Like, obviously they did. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, throughout this whole episode, like, Marie and Chuck just were not on the same page. Like, they even left during different times. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, there was they're not even acting like a couple in love. Like, they're acting like roommates. You know what I mean? Like, he comes home super late, but they was just at the same event, and she's already washed up and in bed, and like he's just not getting there to wash up and get in bed too. And it's more so like, yeah, dog, y'all gotta be real at some point. They even sleeping with they're sleeping with their backs turned to each other and all that, and it's like, excuse me. And it's like Maria's on her side of the bed, like pretending to be asleep, and he's like on his side of the bed thinking about like, what am I really doing? I feel like the both of them are having the same thoughts in the same moment of what are we doing, and what do I want? You know what I mean? Like, I can't, the lie is finally starting to make them uncomfortable, and the silence is becoming loud, basically. Like, the silence is becoming loud, and it's only so much before that bubble bursts. So like I said, like, I hope that they don't wait until the very last episode to get us there. Like, I hope that they get us there like episode 5. Cause I hate when it like ends at a cliffhanger like that we've been building up toward the whole fucking season, and then we have to wait until next year to see what unfolds or whatever. But my prediction is that it's gonna happen the day of the wedding. Either he's gonna come out or she's gonna cheat. And then I'm thinking, like, is that kiss he shared with Chance already count as a cheat? You know what I mean? Because he could have been, I'm sure he was pondering on that too. Because I'm like, either Marie's gonna cheat with her boss or one of her clients, or he's gonna go ahead and come out the closet. So we should wait to see how that whole thing unfolds. I'm excited to see how that unfolds. I love the show. Lena Waithe and the team doing the damn thing. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Like, what's y'all thoughts, predictions, comments, you know. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe too. You know, it's my first time at the YouTube thing, and I'm just trying to be patient and see how this thing works out. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.